those in the... She went, I'd love to have an operation on my fat ankles. And Mum went, yeah, I do agree with that. What kind of a mother does that?
Oh, how bad can fat ankles be?
I know.
What were these ankles like?
Well, tell us, Rick, you must know.
No, do you know what I mean,
They
though?
were like, if you said to a little kid, say a 4-year-old kid, draw a person, they'd draw her legs. Do you know where there's no sort of thin bit, and then it comes out a bit for your knees?
Oh yeah, and
goes
they're
down to
just
ankles. It was just like 2 logs.
People go and say, I like your new flares. What do you mean flares? They're leggings. Cheeky.
Awful, so, you know...
So, okay, so you're putting in posh girls with fat ankles.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your next one on Room 101?
another quick one, really.
Go on.
People in supermarkets.
Right. What, the people who serve?
Yeah. It's mainly... these shops you get round in London that are like open 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
You'll go in and you'll buy you know, you don't do your main shop there. It's mainly just little bits in it. Your carton of milk and
Sure.
maybe a loaf, a couple of balm cakes and that.
Yeah.
And you go in there.
Who still buys balm cakes?
Right.
Do they have them in London?
Yeah.
Do you ever ask? Would you be annoyed if they said balm cakes? We don't have those down here. They're rubbish.
That's happened before when I asked for gravy and they didn't know what gravy was.
When did you ask for gravy?
In a chippy.
What do you mean? What do you say? Have you got any gravy?
Well, just because you up north you have chips and pie and gravy on it. And
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue what I was talking about.
Right. Okay.
So that annoys me, actually. Stick that on the list. but,
You've got fishmen up north.
but listen, right? You'll go
We
in
saw a sign in the north, right? It was a little shop, and the sign said, "We sell bread." And it was handwritten. It was like there was probably like a rush. Loads of people in turbans go.
What's this bread you talk of?
Yeah, little headscarves. Old women running down with their little.
But anyway, these shops, right? So you go in there, getting your stuff, and you'll go up to the till, and they don't say hello to you. They don't sort of smile. They just bleep the stuff through. They don't tell you how much it is. They just sort of expect you to look at the till to see how much it is. So you can get your hand in your pocket, give them the money, they'll give you the change, and they won't say goodbye.
Yeah.
So it's like they just can't be asked
Sure.
to have any sort of hello, how are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't want a big chat. I don't want to know what they're getting up to and what what the dad does for a living and all that. I just want like, how are you doing? You know, you're well, right? Oh yeah, this bread's popular or whatever. Right, that'll be £5.
You need to keep abreast of which bread you're selling well.
Oh, Mother's Pride. That's a good choice. So 70% of our stock is there.
So that really, even though it is a 24-hour.
I'll be honest. I would err on the side of silence, not rudeness. I hate rudeness if they do that, but I would rather. I'd start to go. £1.50, please, and that'll be fine for me. Any more?
What about hello and goodbye? Have a good day. Not in an
It
American
doesn't
way.
bother me. I prefer people who say have a nice day and don't mean it to people who don't say it at all and don't mean it. To be honest, I don't worry about that mock sincerity because I think it.
No,
it
but
does
it's
the
just
job.
normal, isn't it? It's
No,
like-
I'm saying I like people who say I don't care. They say nice to see you. Come again. Have a nice day. It doesn't bother me. But a chat. I hate people who think they're the life and soul.
No.
When you go in for
I mean, like,
nuts.
if you go through a door, you hold it open, you go, there you go. You know what I mean?
You expect a thank you.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, and also when you come in at like a narrow walkway and you're both walking there, and I stop, we'll get out of the way, and they tut, like I should have. I want to go. Hold on, look, we're both in the same boat here.
Yeah.
Why is it me? That annoys me. Where people think
tutting when they're in the wrong.
They own the street, or if two people aren't looking where they're going, it's one person's fault. That really annoys me. Yeah.
So that's it really. I mean, I know the 24-hour shops and they're knackered and stuff, but politeness, just to say.
Well, it costs nothing, does it?
No.
So those are your little quick ones, then we get on to your big three, don't we? The big one.
Yeah,
You play a record and come back to that.
I know what you want.
I'm talking to Carl Pilkington on room 101 on XFM 104.9.
Yeah?
What?
You would.
Oh, excellent. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. We were shouting at you then. How loud are those headphones?
Pretty loud, but I'm always wearing headphones, so...
Yeah, but look what I'm doing. This is an old radio trick. You put one earphone over your ear and the other one off so you can hear people in the room.
It's on XFM
what do you want?
104.9.
What did you want to say?
Doesn't matter, Carl. It does.
The point is, it could have been important. It could have been a fire.
Yeah, when we shout anything, you jump.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Come on, Carl. Get with the programme, alright? Eh?
Right, what other things you want to put
Yes,
in
sir.
101?
Other than us.
Spiders.
Right, go on.
I know Ricky will be agreeing with this.
All spiders, yeah.
Just, I mean, not all spiders, because there's some spiders that are on the planet that don't do any harm. They clean up stuff, don't they?
I got little brushes.
Do you mean
on that.
janitors spiders?
yeah.
No, there's some that, you know,
Hong Kong leggy.
just get on with stuff. But I'm talking about the spiders that are deadly. And spiders that are massive. I mean, Johnny's mate, Ricky's mate, Johnny, I mean.
Yeah.
He was talking about how, he was in Australia.
Yeah.
And he was sharing a room with a mate or whatever. And his mate was having a shower. And said, Johnny, just come in here a minute. And he went in, and there was a spider on the side of the bath that he said was the size of your hand.
2 hands width. It's sort of like a size track, just like 8 inches across.
That big, right? And the daft thing with that one is that can't kill you. It's massive. It's got no purpose.
It's a huntsman.
Yeah, but what? Somebody said it does, right? If you sort of walk around it and it thinks you're going to try and trap it, it hisses at you
And jumps at you.
and jumps on you, and sort of clings on.
That's terrifying.
You'd be sort of running around trying to get it off, and it's just gripping on like the old stag beetle thing again.
Yeah.
It's clinging on to you. Understand it? Why is that spider that big? Right. Because no doubt it only eats stuff like normal spiders do, but it needs to eat more of them because it's a bigger lad. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually do anything. It's not like I just don't
Doesn't
get
drag, doesn't paint, doesn't do anything. Yeah.
It's just getting in the way, and it's one of those things that are so big you couldn't kill it. Because can you imagine like the mess that would make if something that size if you stamped on it?
Yeah.
Which I'm not, you know, again I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
But I don't get that. And then there was a programme on a few weeks ago on BBC about spiders, and there was this one, right? It was going, you know, there's so many spiders in the world, and apparently there's so many of them they can't give them all names. Right? What they're saying is, once one dies out, they'll actually introduce another one. Because there's so many different breeds of them that it's impossible to sort of make a book and list them all.
Right.
What,
It's like
the
a
book would be
queue.
infinitely long?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a queue.
They're not trying to name it individually, are they?
No.
That's their problem.
No, seriously.
Yeah. Just keep it down to the
Ziggy.
species. Go on.
This is true. This.
Go on, yeah.
So they'll sort of go gives a spider the Black Widow, right? Black Widow, they've all died. So who's next? And they'll say, here's a redback. Yeah, and that's how they introduce them. So this programme was going on about this, right? No, they do it.
Okay. Your point
Okay, alright.
Right, so anyway, there's this little one, right, in Australia, and it shows you some kids being dead happy and playing around in the sun, loving it, you know, all healthy and that, and, you know, love being in the sun. They're playing around the pool, and, you know, there's a couple of them there playing swing ball and that, dead happy, not a care in the world. And, like, the one of them goes, I'll go swimming, because I've been playing swing ball for an hour, got a bit of a sweat.
Sure.
Go for a little breaststroke or whatever. And they get in the pool, and they can't wait to have a swim about, and then it pans to the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
And there's this little spider just sat there dead still. Right? Sat at the bottom of the pool holding its breath.
Holding his breath!
Okay.
Cheeks going up red, eyes bulging. 8 pairs of goggles on.
One goes by with a snorkel. You should look at this.
4 pairs of flippers.
Yeah.
He's sat there in the deep end, right? And then it pans back to the kids having a good time, chucking a ball to each other.
I can see what's going to happen here.
And it pans back.
It's not going to join you in the game, is it?
No.
And what happens is, the kid starts bouncing up and down on the floor.
Sure.
Goes and sticks the kid goes and puts a foot on the spider. Bites the kid, and apparently, if you're not seen to, you can be dead in 15 minutes.
Sorry, why did the spider sit at the bottom of the pool?
That's what it likes to do.
Animals don't do things they like to do. Animals do things for a reason.
Waiting for a kid to come along. So
No! It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
well, that's what
It's
it
not.
does.
It's not. It doesn't go out to murder kids. That's not. That's not what it does.
No, there must be a reason. I mean, if you just stopped when you watch these programs and don't get involved with the music and, like, you know, the odd... Why does it sit at the bottom of the pool? There must be a reason. It either goes there for protection, food, to cool... It does it for a reason. It doesn't go there to wind up swimmers.
Yeah.
There must be a reason. This is it. If anyone's watching, please, if you're watching that program, I don't know about this spider. What's the name of the spider?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, it did say-
08700 800 123.
Is it the Duncan Goodhue?
is it Paul?
I mean, I don't know, maybe it does go into other things like ponds and that, and maybe it does the same for ducks, if a duck stands on it.
But why? Duck stands on it!
Why?
Oh, I love your brain.
Probably because eventually, you know, a kid can get, like, saved if it's seen to in 15 minutes, but a duck is just gonna, like, wander around and go, God, I don't feel well, and what have you.
What good is that to the spider?
Because...
No, I'm saying it might kill it if it might protect itself, but it must be in the pond for a reason in the first place, or the swimming pool. It must be down there for a reason. It must have another agenda, evolutionary wise. It can't just do it.
Could it be in training for the Olympics?
Unless it is just cooling. Like those, because on one of the other programmes that's a bit mental,
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
The one with the lizards. With the tail.
Well, let's not get into lizards. This could
Okay,
take...
no, go on, quickly.
No, this is a good one. It was a programme, BBC programme again, on how insects and animals help each other out.
Yeah.
Right, they were saying how, you know, you might think they're an insect, but they think like humans do, and they all help each other out, right? And there was this lizard that is running about in the desert, right? And it's going, God, it's roasting. And what it does, it makes a little hole in the sand, and it goes under the ground and it cools down, right?
Yeah.
And then you see one of the locals, I think it was in Egypt or something, and the Egypt bloke comes walking along.
Egypt bloke.
And
Is he walking like an Egypt bloke?
Walk like an Egypt bloke.
and what he does, right, he's looking out for these holes in the ground.
Sure.
And he sticks his hand in.
Yeah.
And
Why does he want the lizard?
he makes shoes and stuff out of it.
Okay.
Right. And you see him
Cobblers.
walking around, he's got about 12 of these things in a basket on his back, and they're all looking really fed up.
Oh yeah.
And it's dead hot, and they can't be bothered trying to escape, and they look really fed up. And this bloke's laughing, you know, he's collecting loads.
I love how he watches this, like, because they sort of editorialise it and make it into, like, some sort of, like, evil play.
But then it was saying how this deadly scorpion that man is scared of is mates with the lizard. And the reason is that the scorpion goes into the hole, right? It can't dig its own hole because its arms are that big and it's awkward for it to dig a proper hole. Sure. So what it does, it goes into the little den that the lizard's made, right? And whilst the lizard's having a kip, the scorpion says, "Tell you what, I'll do you a deal. You have a kip, I'll walk up and down this hole here and sort of scare away any people." So the lizard's like, "Yeah, alright then, fair enough." Because the scorpion wants a little hole to keep out the sun, the lizard wants a kip, they've done themselves a little deal, the Egyptian bloke comes walking along, sticks his hand in the hole, he thinks he's just going to get a lizard, scorpion stings him, he runs off, drops the basket, all the lizards go running off.
I love the fact that is what always happens. They filmed that just by chance, but that's what always happens. I like the fact that the Egyptian bloke has done this every day. He does it. He goes, "Well, okay, I've got all these lizards. I'll just go to this hole again because I haven't got that lizard yet. This will be fine."
No, I just think...
And when the lizard and the scorpion make that deal, and he says you have a kip, and they're on it, do they talk in Egypt or? I mean,
They talk Egypt bloke.
how do they discuss?
They talk Egypt bloke or English bloke.
What language do they use, Carl?
No, it's the international language of love.
But spiders is what you're putting in room 101.
Spiders.
Let's go back to that.
Spiders. So spiders that.
Basically, spiders that have got the poison to kill a man.
Because Rick, I know, because
Okay.
but Rick, I know
What
you're.
about the ones that are just too big for their own good? Those
I
are
don't understand that either.
But Rick, you're scared of all spiders, aren't you? Or even the little tiny ones you
I
find.
don't like any spiders. Yeah.
Is your husband afraid of them as well? Or? Oh dear.
Fine here.
What are we playing here? Oh, this is Cat Stevens, Silent Sunlight. It's beautiful off Catchable at 4 at its peak in the 70s. Oh, Cat Stevens, Silent Sunlight. Carl just had a funny phone call, didn't you? From someone who's telling you about the little brown, it's called, is it?
Little brown, yeah. That's the name of the spider that sits in the bottom of the pool. He said it doesn't hold its breath. It's got an air bubble.
I didn't think it did hold its breath, to be honest. And then, as you know, Steve was opening a letter we got, and it's a football song, and it's They Don't Like It Up 'Em by the Leatherhead Gimpers.
But it's the fact we keep getting sent homemade singles.
Wow, that's good, isn't it? There's another one here.
They're both football anthems, though. We don't.
Well,
do we show any interest in football? Are we?
Well, yeah, the World Cup we do, don't we?
You're right, Rick.
Yeah. I've got a bet on as well.
Have you?
Chelsea to win 2-1.
What today?
Yeah. And I've got Chelsea to win 2-1, but Henri to score first. And that's something like 30-1 or something.
Best luck.
Yeah. Cheers.
Brilliant.
Right, so, spiders, that's the first one we went on, isn't it?
So
rude people in supermarkets, spiders that are either have got enough poison to kill a man, or are unnecessarily big.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. Right, good. Going well.
Right. Next one.
Yeah.
Stars in Their Eyes.
Blimey, it's a popular show. You might alienate a lot of people.
Stand it.
Why?
Just, I think, if you've got a talent, right, there's loads of shows now that you can go on and make a killing.
Yeah.
Like Pop Idol.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Pop Stars.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. So, people who will go on Stars in Their Eyes, they want to sort of be famous.
Yeah.
They want to be a singer. What I don't understand is why go on that show where you do all the hard work, got to do all the graft,
Yeah.
and yet, even if they win it, you never see him again. The guy who won last year, Christa Berg.
Ian Moore.
Ian Moore.
Before last. Brought us now with his own stuff.
Yeah, but, alright. How did it sell?
That sold well.
Exactly. Don't get it.
What I like is when, someone doing Edith Piaf, like, wins a heat, and, Matthew goes, well, I don't think you'll be going back to the, cleaning job, will you? Yeah. Yes, she will. Monday.
Almost certainly.
Monday. She'll be back there Monday.
Just,
Yeah.
and just the way, you know, in like the final last week where the guy who was Elvis won, and
I thought he would, though. I thought he was very good.
No, he was good, but will we see him again? Do you know what I mean? What is his job?
I don't know.
He'll be carrying on doing that. There's going to be no change to his life whatsoever. He's very good at what he does, but he's wasting his time on Stars in Their Eyes.
So I don't understand exactly what your issue is. You clearly like the show because you watched the final last week.
He thinks, I
You
think
agree
he thinks
that people are talented?
You think it's a waste of talent to go on Stars in Their Eyes because it's not a vehicle to be famous, whereas something like...
Pop Idol,
Yeah.
Pop Stars, even
Yeah.
Big Brother. Do you know what I mean? Go on that. Sit in a room all day, have a month off work.
Because they're all big stars now, aren't they?
I know, but what I'm saying is, it's less work to sit in the Big Brother house. Now and again, just sing a song, and people go, oh, isn't he a good singer? You come out after having a month's rest or whatever it is you're having there.
Yeah.
You come out and there's loads of record companies, like, waiting for you to come out and give you a deal.
And what happens then? When you get a deal, when you cut a record, what happens to that record then?
Then it's either sells or it doesn't.
And actually, what happened to it?
It didn't sell.
No, none of them did.
But what I'm saying is, that is a lot easier to do than all the graft that you have to do on Stars in Their Eyes and the pressure.
What would you rather do? Buy Craig's Christmas record,
Yeah.
or Ian Moore's classics?
Probably Craig, just because the guy on Stars in Their Eyes really thought he was better than Christa Berg. When he was singing, and
I think I'm better than Christa Berg.
he was singing, Christa Berg came walking on,
Did he cry?
and he didn't stop and go, oh, I can't believe it, I'm a big fan. He was sort of carrying on, like, don't interrupt me, I'll have a word with you in a bit.
You think you should show the man he's actually making a little bit of living off?
Yeah.
Emulating.
A bit of respect.
A bit more respect.
And the most annoying thing...
I imagine them arguing, resting each other's floor saying, I'm Christa Berg, no, I'm Christa Berg, like two ventriloquist dummies, just having a fight in the dressing room afterwards.
The most annoying thing of all with Stars in Their Eyes, people who go on and do people like, say like, I think last year, someone went on and did Lamal. Now, if you wanna, because the whole idea with Stars in Their Eyes, you get work off the back of that show by, like, companies, don't you, saying,
Yeah.
who will we book?
Yeah.
You could get the real Lamal for about 30 quid. So why have an imitator?
Well, it seems to me though, Carl, the problem is that show's been running so long that all the big names have already been done, so it's going to end up having to be, isn't it, Lamal or some
Yeah.
old kind of 50s singer you've never heard of? Isn't that the problem?
I remember when
I mean, it's just
Eddie Reader was
Yeah,
on there.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
about Eddie Reader,
But it's just a karaoke contest. It's just, I
Yeah.
think you're assuming that everyone...
In that bit at the back where they say, and the votes are coming in, let's have a look at the tension now that's going on, and they sat there and they really think they are Elvis, and they are Luther Vandross. sat there and like, if they were all sat there having a
Woke up this morning, looked at your picture just to get me started.
Phil.
if they were all sat there, sort of thinking, oh god, this is a bit of a laugh, innit? But they're not. You can see that they all really want it. And it's like...
So what I'm saying is, who are you putting in room 101? Are you putting in the people who are just there to have a bit of fun?
Everyone involved in that show.
Including Kelly?
Yeah.
He's a talented guy. You don't care?
No,
He's going in as well.
in there first, and then everyone else, everyone who enters it, the people who go and sit in the audience, everything.
But what would you do Saturday night? You left the show, you watch it every week.